Bam!
Action.
So what's on everybody's mind today? We're going to get dinner.
Yeah. Where are we going to get dinner?
I don't know, the grocery store, I guess.
Yeah, I was...
Look at that, there's a limb hanging on that truck.
Oh, there is too, yeah. I was hoping you would say your mom's house for the folks.
Your mom.
House. There's still that limb on the guy's car.
There is too.
So?
All right, I got an idea. Let's talk about the impeachment. That limb is still hanging on, see it?
Yeah, it is too.
Okay. How about we talk about the Trump impeachment? The impending Trump impeachment. I've been seeing a lot of stuff on Facebook and social media about people restoring the people's power and not allowing Trump to be impeached, because what they're trying to say is the people want Trump in office, right? Mm-hmm. So it's restoring what the people want if Trump is not impeached, which is the exact opposite, because Trump was not elected by the people, right?
Right.
He was appointed by the Electoral College. The people didn't elect him. He didn't win the popular vote, right?
Who did win the popular vote? Do you know?
Actually, I think Hillary Clinton did. Hillary Clinton won the popular vote.
She probably won the popular vote because everybody wanted the first girl president.
I believe that's right, yeah. Yep. And I believe Obama won for the same reason. He won just because he was black. And Hillary won the popular vote just because she was a woman. I wholeheartedly believe that.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, back to Trump being impeached. Actually, him being impeached would be restoring what the people wanted, right? Because the people didn't vote for him, right? And then you hear a lot of his campaign and everything was drain the swamp, right? That means rid society of government, or at least the bad parts of government, right? Now, why would somebody appointed by the swamp commit to draining the swamp? That doesn't even make sense. You know, that's biting the hand that feeds you, you know?
Yeah.
The swamp, or the Electoral College, is who put him into office. And then he's trying to say he's going to drain the swamp. That doesn't even make sense, you know?
If he drained the swamp, then he would have to drain himself.
Right. But they're not talking about shutting down all of the government. Well, I think they should, but...
Yeah. All of the government is horrible.
I say shut it all down.
Yeah, right. Every single little part of it. Mm-hmm.
Anarchy all the way.
Oh, yeah.
That's a big misconception, too. People think... a lot of people, you mentioned anarchy, they say, oh, they'd be killing in the streets and murder everywhere and violence and crime, and it would be the exact opposite of that.
Nope. Yeah, it would.
Well, we spoke on that earlier. What creates crime? Laws, right. So if there's no laws, it would essentially be the most peaceful place in the world, right? Mm-hmm. Because you say anarchy and they say, oh, there'd be chaos and murder in the street. There wouldn't. Simply because everybody would have the right to defend themselves with whatever weaponry they wanted, right? So if there is a crazy person that's running around just randomly shooting at people on the street, shooting up houses, the people that live in the houses
are gonna shoot him.
Yes. They're like, if you kill me, I'm gonna kill you back. You know, and that's exactly what would happen. That's why it would be the most peaceful place. It's just like we were saying with Arizona, and Nate mentioned Texas, where they have the loosest gun laws, or the least amount of gun laws, are the places that are the safest.
Yeah.
I mean, cops cannot protect you. We talked about that earlier too. Well, there's a big to-do on that in the news. The UPS guy there was gunned down. You can set it up here now.
Oh, okay. Sorry for the recording. That was kind of bad. The arm was bumpy.
There was a UPS guy. I didn't read into it a whole lot, but essentially what happened is, I believe, I didn't read up on it. I just saw a few memes here and there on Facebook or whatever. excuse me. But what basically happened, I guess, is a couple of guys stole some jewelry, and they got in a UPS truck or some shit like that, and they were driving away trying to steal it was like $3,000 worth of jewelry.
Wow.
And in the process, the cops started chasing the guys down, and the cops, in turn, ended up shooting and killing like 3 people, innocent people, shooting like 200 rounds into this UPS truck, killing a UPS driver, killing innocent civilians, all over $3,000 worth of stolen jewels.
Wow.
Or stolen jewelry. You know, it's like that's not what policing was intended for. The police departments are supposed to de-escalate a situation, not escalate the situation.
Weren't they? And bringing a gun to a situation is escalating it. And weren't they used to be called peace officers?
Peace officers, yes.
And now they're
bringing
police.
a gun does not escalate the situation. How you use the gun is what escalates the situation.
Yeah.
Like shooting at the CPS.
So you got to be careful how you say that.
Well, yeah. Well, okay, what I mean to say is how you
The cop escalated the situation, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't the gun that made the situation any worse or any better. Guns are just a tool. You know, I don't know if we did a video on that yet or not either. The political correctness of, well, that's a whole other topic in itself, is political correctness. But you take the gun narrative, they call it an assault rifle or an assault weapon, you know, or an assault rifle. That doesn't even make good sense. I mean, it's like saying an assault knife or an assault car or assault is an action. If I hit you, that's assault. A gun can't hit you.
The gun
just sits there. The gun can't assault you. A person, and that goes right back to the no victim, no crime.
Yeah.
You know, a gun can't assault you. You can't be the victim of a gun. You know, a person assaulted you using a gun.
Yeah.
Right? So what happens is that you try to use all this political correctness shit, and it causes confusion and distraction. A couple of my favorite politically incorrect words are assault rifle. I mean, it's an oxymoron in terms. Toxic masculinity.
Oh my god.
That's another one. That's a fun one. If it's toxic, it's bad, right?
Yeah.
And masculinity, by definition,
good.
is a quality male feature. It's something good about a man.
Oxymoron.
So yeah, it can't be, you know. But then if you just take the word politics and you break it down in the Latin, poly meaning many, ticks meaning bloodsuckers, right? So politics is many bloodsuckers, right? And that is very true with our political spectrum today. You know, many bloodsuckers. The whole thing is parasitic in nature, right?
That's
the whole
funny.
political process is parasitic in nature. So if they tell me that something I say is not politically correct, I kind of take that as a compliment, right? Because I'm not a bloodsucker. I'm not a tick. I don't live off of somebody else. I don't live off of something else. I want to be self-sufficient. I want to be self-reliant, right?
I'm
so that
not a bloodsucker.
Right, you know. And that's true, too. If you look it up, the Latin politics, in Latin, poly meaning many, and ticks meaning bloodsuckers, it's, the whole government is parasitic in nature. Without the citizen host, government would cease to exist.
It'd be wonderful.
We need to grab a hold of that blood-sucking tick, pull it off of our ass, and discard it. You know, get rid of it. Live peacefully amongst ourselves without any government overlords telling us what we can and can't do, right?
I feel like this is what I always imagine. As soon as government goes away, there's just that snap, and then you hear, oh, it's like a bunch of angels.
Utopian singing of angels.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Just like, no government.
It's a beautiful thing, right? Yeah. Yep.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, we have to recognize when someone's trying to take advantage of us and thwart their attempts before it becomes parasitic.
Snatch the
bad,
tick
right?
out of your hand and throw it away.
Yep.
Squash it like a bug.
But they try to use... their number one tactic is fear. They try to keep you scared and afraid and...
Like they even teach you in schools. As soon as you get attacked, call 911. Why can't I call myself?
Right, why can't I just defend myself?
I know,
right?
I mean, 911, I can get to my house where I'm already at speedier than 911. Can you come to my house?
Yeah,
All right, I'll be there in 5 minutes.
Hold on, Mr. Bad Guy. I got to call the cops. Let them know you're here first, okay? You know what I mean?
I know, right?
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Mm.
It's like the police or the paramedics or whoever, they always show up after
Yeah.
the crime has been committed.
So they can't help.
They can't protect you. It's
No.
like I said earlier, unless you have a cop on your side 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, they can't protect you, right?
No.
And
They
it's not
literally-
practical to have a cop on your side. And what gives a cop his power? His gun.
Yeah.
So why doesn't it make sense that you just carry a gun on your hip 24 hours, 7 days? Makes more sense, right?
Yeah.
But then we wouldn't have any need or use for
I mean,
cops,
if you look,
right?
cops
And they don't want that. They
yeah.
want to be wanted.
And if you look, every time a cop walks in a house, it even shows on movies. They always come in with their gun.
Yeah.
Their gun
yep.
is what gives them power. If they came in like this,
Straight
hi,
armed and
get out of their house, put your gun down.
right.
The bad guy would try to kill them, kill the cop too.
Yep.
The gun is what gives them power. The gun is what gives the bad guy power.
Right.
You know the saying,
I think it was Colt. I can't remember his first name. The guy that created the Colt pistol. He said that God created all man and Colt made all man equal.
Yeah.
Right? Because if you have a gun, it doesn't matter if you're in your prime, healthy, strong, or if you're a small, innocent, frail, old grandma.
Yeah.
You know, if you both have a gun, you're on equal ground, right? Because as long as you can go like this, you can defend yourself against any attacker, right?
Mhm.
It doesn't matter how big or how small you are, you're all equal if you have a gun in your hand, right?
Yep.
And it would make sense that you don't want to use your gun because you know then the other person's going to use their gun against you, right?
Mhm.
So it creates a balance, an equal, you know, everybody's equal.
Yep.
No one person is stronger than the other.
A good guy with a gun, you say always beats a bad guy with a gun. Because a good guy with a gun has good purposes. Bad
Right.
guy with a gun.
It's
Bad
just a tool. It's all in how it's used,
Mhm.
right?
And a good guy is going to try a lot harder to do the right thing. But a bad guy is just like, who cares about this whole place? So,
Yeah, but he's not going to want to do bad because he knows that everybody else has guns too, right?
yeah, gun laws are a whole bad idea. We talked about that last video, didn't we? It's a bad idea.
It's just like if you shoot me, I can shoot you back. So you're not gonna shoot me.
Yeah. Unless, yeah, what he said. Yeah, what he said.
Real quick though about Trump, because we're going to wrap this one up short. I don't want anybody to think that I'm a Trump hater. I never met the man. I don't hate Trump any more than I've hated any other president, past or present or future. I don't want to be told by anybody what I can and can't do, and I wouldn't want to tell anybody else what they can or can't do, you know? So it's not that I'm trying to bash Trump. I was talking about Trump in the beginning about impeachment and everything. It's nothing personal against Trump, not him specifically. Anyhow, I don't want any presidents, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't dislike him any more than I dislike any other president.
Yeah.
Right.
He never voted once for any president, so like he said, it's not anything personal.
Yeah.
Who?
You.
You
Oh.
you don't
yeah, I
vote
don't
for
vote.
presidents.
No, I look at voting as like government is like, in my mind, government is like pedophilia, right? And pedophilia to me is one of the most disgusting things there is, right? I don't want any part of pedophilia. And that's exactly the same way I feel about government. I don't want any part of it. I don't want to participate in
Right.
government in any way, shape, or form.
I feel voting as all I've learned about voting from you and everywhere. I feel voting is basically saying I need somebody to tell me what to do because I'm so bored out of my mind. Tell
Yeah.
me what to do,
Yep.
and picking somebody to tell you what to do. It's just, it's
Yeah.
stupid.
And it's become a circus in the last few years, you know, it's... Yeah, anyhow.
Yeah.
Peace!
Love. I almost did this. Love.
Happiness.
Bye.
Like, share, subscribe,
Oh, yeah.
ring the bell. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.